Life uses the poles of heaven and earth to manifest, to create life in existence. Not the life as a potential, but the life of being and the life of beingness and all manifestations in the world. This sounds like a very abstract concept, but it becomes more concrete if we connect it to the male and the feminine principle, or the masculine feminine principle, which is again heaven and earth intelligence, but then with the possibility to create separate beings and differentiation between the beings. Today, in the modern world, we come in a certain point where we struggle with the kind of problems that we encounter. And the big question is, are all these problems some things that we should deal with? There are the things and the situations that come up from evolution. In the realm of heaven and earth, there is no evolution. But in existence there is. And yet many of the things that we encounter have to do with not being in this original state of heaven and earth. Heaven and earth, the most easy way to embody them is being a man and a woman. And this, at this point in time, has never been so far away. Life Projects is a way to create alchemy in existence. To come back to your own immortality, and at the same time to demonstrate in existence our original nature. If you look behind us, man has very strong, the masculine principle is the vertical, coming from heaven, and has inside this longing to reach this internal feminine. She is ascending from earth, carry all the wisdom from the earth. It's more this horizontal, as we see the earth on the surface. It's this rising force, and carries at the same time inside the longing to connect to the masculine. Modern life now is man and woman that together has left this vertical state, left also the memory and the intelligence of heaven and earth, and the wisdom to know where we come from and what we're doing here, and trying to find some kind of fulfillment in the world. I'm not saying there's anything wrong out there. It's just not how it's meant to be. And with Life Projects Alchemy of Life, we're helping and restore this vertical access with people, leaving the problems for now and how we approach them as they are. Not focusing on them, but getting back in this place where this unity between man and woman is very present, very manifest. I deeply know inside that this will create the changes. In the modern world, we see it 90% is masculine, 10% is feminine. And as I mentioned before, this has a lot to do with not knowing what we're doing here. Woman has followed man, while she is carrying this deep knowing what we're doing here. She has followed man out there, because at some point in time she gave up on waiting for him, waiting for his love. But her anger and her resentment shows itself in the insensitivity she has now in her body, and the infertility that came together for man and woman. He exchanged his knowing, his origin, and this universal mind in logical thinking and projection, creating all kinds of things that are logical outside of them. But are they meaningful if we connect with what we truly love, with what we live for? All the technological, scientific evolution that we do. Right, they're practical, they help us, creating safety and all of these things. But are they the elongation? Are they an extension of what our core is? Do we build our society on the truth of and the unity of man and woman? Or have we built something separate? Do we have to change all of that? Or do we have to go back to that state where the unity is? And the deep knowing that then the rest just follows, just changes. It all starts with bringing these two poles together inside of yourself. Learning from the beloved that you have attracted in your life. But staying the full responsibility that you are the carrier of that love as a man or as a woman. Staying in your male and feminine authority, which is a very positive thing and not a negative thing. And then when this comes together, it becomes like a bubble, where first of all your children, your friends, your parents, they can drink from, without you saying anything. And then in this horizontal axis of the world, it starts spreading. And actually, you don't do so much. Because nature, heaven and earth are behind you. And that's an unstoppable force.